What's going on, guys? My name is Ben. How are you guys doing today? What I have for you today in this video is I'm giving you guys my recap of Apple's event today on March 21st, 2016. Alright, Apple hosted an event today, announced a new product, some new updates into the software. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing Apple talked about was their robot. They called it Lian, which is basically a robot that deals with recycled iPhones by customers and basically deconstructs the iPhone. So that way, it'll save the good parts and then scrap the rest. They basically made the robot smart, so that way it'll know which parts to take. Oh, by the way, excuse me if you see me looking on that side, because I have my notes popped up right here on my monitor. Alright, next let's talk about the Apple Watch. You got some new band choices right here. You got Space Black Milanese Loop. Then you have a brand new Wolfen nylon band, which is in 4 colors with a 4-layer construction. And it starts just at $299 right now. Or actually, the Apple Watch in general starts at $299, which is not a bad deal for a smartwatch. But then again, me personally, I'm not too crazy about it still. But for those of you guys that are interested in it, you can definitely jump the gun and then at a much affordable price. Next up is Care Kit. Care Kit, lets patients have an active role. Not 100% sure what they mean by that. This is more involved in the healthcare industry. After I watch the event, I'll definitely give you guys some more information, when it comes to me and discussing my thoughts about this event. Alright, so they announced a new product right here, which is called the iPhone SE. Alright, the iPhone SE has a 4-inch screen with a 64-bit A9 processor, same processor that's found in the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. Color choices are rose gold, gray, I'm assuming it's silver, and space gray. Looks just like the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 5s on the outside. You got a 12 megapixel camera with 2-tone flash, 4K video recording, which allows you to take live photos, 63 megapixels of panorama photos. It's 50% faster, or has 50% faster Wi-Fi than the iPhone 5s. Alright, and LTE is up to 150 megabytes per second. And there's more LTE bands and VoLTE support. Of course, this has Apple Pay, and as far as price is concerned, you have 16 gigabytes starting at $399, 64 gigabytes at $499, and then of course, they do have installment plans for you guys out there, which is $17 a month. You can pre-order the iPhone SE on March 24th, which launches on the 31st. However, it'll be available at over 100 countries by the end of May. So they announced a new iPhone right here, which so far pretty much resembles almost the same specs as the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus, but just in a smaller package for those of you guys who still want to use a smaller iPhone. And, in this case, you got the iPhone SE, which is a good choice for people that still want to use a smaller phone, but definitely have the modern specs or the faster specs. I mean, some people might actually feel like the 6S was actually, or the 6 was a little bit too big, and they thought the iPhone 5 and 5S was a perfect size. But that's good that now Apple has given everybody another choice. Let's talk about tvOS. So they made a new update for tvOS, which is version 9.2. Now you have folders, live photos, Siri voice dictation for App Store searches, and you're able to access your iCloud photo library. Alright? And it has support for Bluetooth keyboards right now. And there's a new podcast app that for the Apple TV. And you can update today if you guys have a new Apple TV that you bought recently. Alright? Next up is iOS 9.3. So in iOS 9.3, they announced some new features right here. First one is night shift. Alright? And auto shift, it basically automatically shifts the display color from blue to yellow in darker environments. It basically kind of changes the lighting conditions itself, so that way you guys don't have a lot of eye strain if you were to look at your phone at night. Like, sometimes I'll look at my phone while I'm laying in bed, and I have all my lights turned off. And normally to make it better, I'll just turn the brightness all the way down. Otherwise, I'll just look at it for a few seconds, and then that's it. Don't even bother with my brightness at all. Next up is quick actions, new 3D touch options for Apple's stock apps, and then of course there's weather, settings, compass, health, notes, and for the Notes app you can actually use the Touch ID or a password to protect your notes as well. Next up is the News app, which is basically improved. So now it's more customized to however the person wants it set up. And they have a For You section with trending topics and picks from Apple editors. And you can also view it in landscape mode with videos playing inside the news stories, which is pretty cool. All right. And then, of course, health. Health will link to third-party apps now, and it'll reflect on Apple Watch's move, exercise, and stand data. Of course, you got CarPlay, which is basically they updated the apps for CarPlay. Next up, they announced another iPad Pro, but it's a 9.7-inch screen. Before, it was like 12.9 or 12.7, I can't remember. It was over 12 inches. Now they made another iPad Pro, but with a 9.7-inch screen form factor. So they made it pretty much the size of an iPad Air 2, but just with iPad Pro specs. All right? It's 25% brighter than the iPad Air 2. 40% less reflective with true tone display. It features stereo speakers. It features the third generation 64-bit A9X processor. It has a 12-megapixel iSight camera, 5-megapixel FaceTime HD camera for the front with retinal flash. All right, now in terms of pricing, you have 32 gigabytes for $599, 128 gigabytes for $749. Not only that, but now you got 256 gigabytes for $899. 256 gigabytes. We never seen any storage option that has gone past 128. Pretty much in the past, the lowest we've seen was 16 for the modern products, and then going up to 64, that's it. Now, they did away with 32 and stuck with 64, and then added 128, but they still kept 16 gigs, which me personally, that's not enough storage at all for anything. All right? Now, with this new, smaller iPad Pro, you have a rose gold color option now. Not only that, but Apple made some accessories for this as well. They made a new smart keyboard with lightning adapters, with a lightning adapter including a USB port or an SD card slot. All right? And not only that, but they also changed the pricings a little bit for some of the existing iPads, like the iPad Air 2 now starts at $399, and the iPad Mini starts at $269. So other than that, that's pretty much everything that I found at today's Apple event. I haven't watched the full event yet, but I'm definitely gonna get to it. Once Apple uploaded to their website, or once it's in iTunes through the podcast section, I will definitely give it a watch and then see what Apple announced in action live. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment. Also, check out the description below for my social media links, Twitter and Instagram. And what do you guys think about these products? Which ones are you excited for, or are you even excited at all? Definitely leave a comment down below. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.